My name is Lexi Jackson, a sophomore at Washington University in St. Louis studying business strategy and political science, and I'm originally from the small town of Nixa, Missouri. In summer 2015, White River Valley Electric Cooperative changed my life forever when they invested in me to attend the youth tour. I can confidently tell you that nothing beats sunsets in southern Missouri. It signals the end of days past and the beginning of something new. Growing up, I would see a constant fluctuation between the new and old in my own life, and I learned to value and appreciate change. I saw how my family handled change as life dealt us unexpected cards. My family would leave our farm unexpectedly in the 2009 housing crisis. My father would be disabled by a car accident in 2013. But with those moments of change would come strength and progress that would shape my ability to respond to change and desire to create positive impact. In 2015, my local electric cooperative changed my life for the better. They recognized a value within me that my life circumstances has clouded me from seeing. As they invested in me to attend the youth tour trip, they invested in the potential for change that I could affect after experiencing the trip. Upon visiting the Capitol for the very first time, I could already sense its relationship to change. I was immersed in the fast-paced environment of policymaking and advocacy, while simultaneously taking quiet moments to recognize the sacrifice of those who had fostered the environment of change before us, including my great-uncle Doug, who passed away in Korea. Walking around at sites like Arlington and Old Town Alexandria, remembering the bravery and courage of those who had taken a step toward change before us, left me feeling endowed with the responsibility to continue that effort in my own way. Meeting with my national representative, Billy Long, allowed me to envision myself in a similar public service capacity in which I could create change and translate my passion into tangible action. Finally, spending a week with some of the most talented and passionate students in Missouri inspired me with the confidence that my generation can create the change we seek, and that I am surrounded by the lifelong friends and colleagues that will help one another do just that. I was lucky enough to continue seeing the power of the cooperative advantage and the cooperative commitment to change that was inspiring and developing my own dedication to growth by serving on the Youth Leadership Council. Assisting with co-op's vote and learning about the NRECA's functions on a national level confirmed to me that I could make an impact, no matter my age. Upon returning from youth tour and YLC, I began to create change in my own small-town community. I advocated for accessible voting laws in front of the state legislature. I graduated top of my class and gave the commencement speech, encouraging my fellow classmates to effect the change they wanted to see. I was given the opportunity to attend Washington University in St. Louis, where I could receive a world-class education and better understand the political issues facing both my own community and the broader nation. I became involved in mentoring programs to improve the matriculation rates of underrepresented students to institutions of higher learning, knowing that attending a 4-year university as a student from a rural community was a privilege of its own. I became an active member of my university community by participating in the presidential debate and encouraging new voter registration through a bipartisan nonprofit called Civic Duty. Empowered by the momentum of my fellow youth tour and YLC alum, I began searching for ways I could affect change at my own campus. I founded and directed my school's first Diversity and Inclusion Summit, bringing speakers to campus from companies like Uber, Facebook, US Bank, Edward Jones, and more. I saw students realizing their own place in the narrative of diversity and inclusion and seeing their potential of affecting change now and within their future careers. I interviewed with ABC News and transparently shared my family's journey and rural roots on a national platform, explaining how these factors inspire me to create political representation for voters of every background. The friends I made on the youth tour and through YLC have encouraged and motivated me every step of the way, reinforcing my potential to affect change and inspiring me with the commitment of their own. Every time I face a new obstacle, I think about my local cooperative and the chance they took on me when they invested in a trip that changed my life. I would gratefully ask to be considered for the Glenn English Scholarship so that I can continue to invest in my own education and reach the potential that my cooperative saw in me just 3 years ago. I have demonstrated a strong commitment to my community and to enriching the lives of those around me through service and political advocacy. In the future, I hope to use my education to represent my home state in D.C. and create equitable education policy that allows students from all backgrounds to pursue change in their own lives. The 17-year-old girl who visited her nation's capital for the first time on the youth tour could have never known just how bright her future could be. She needed her electric cooperative to illuminate her own potential and show her what was waiting just on the other side of the sun's horizon. I thought nothing could beat southern Missouri sunsets, but DC's just might.